All right, welcome to the hot tub.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to talk Big Brother. We haven't talked Big Brother in a minute.
Yeah, sorry guys. We oh my God, we got so overwhelmed by football and everything.
We have been blessed where we have the Sportscast exam that's taken off. This is just really inside baseball. And it's been awesome for business. It's been awesome for me because I'm a huge football fan. We have all this access to football stuff. But now going forward, I think we are going to be doing August and September's very different schedule-wise.
Yes.
Now knowing that hopefully this is our life.
Yeah.
But
we want to keep doing these big, we want to talk Big Brother.
Yeah.
Like this is so, honestly.
We're obsessed with Big Brother.
We're
kind of angry at it right now too though.
Yeah. I love that we have kind of a niche little audience for Big Brother to talk right now. So I just was we've missed a ton of weeks. I'm not even going to try to recap anything. This isn't even going to try to recap the past couple of episodes. I think we just kind of want to generally talk about.
Yes.
We literally have not recorded since the Keanu Ava incident. We didn't even get to talk about that. When
Ava Pearl said
don't talk
to me like that.
Yeah. When he was I believe you have a prompt.
Yes.
Which honestly, I'll just start there. We're just going to kind of talk of what off the top of our head. We're going to shoot this episode. We're not even going to edit it. It's probably going to stay on this one shot the whole time. So sorry.
Yeah. So first, tell me your Keanu take, because you have a good Keanu take, especially with stuff like that, where Ava all of a sudden saying, "Don't talk to me like that," and them not clapping for him. This is way back. The whole show has changed since then.
Yes.
But
this was such a moment where I'm because I know that currently a lot of the feed watchers have officially turned on Ava because they feel like she disrespected Rachel and stuff like that.
By the way, we were way ahead of that game.
Yeah. We know people like Ava where everything they're doing is for attention. We're aware. I'm not saying she's a bad person.
It's fine to wear weird hats and be I like it because I get attention for it.
And this is my style and I'm trying to do something different. Cool.
You're I'm quirky. That's my character. Love it.
That does not mean someone is 100% innocent and pure.
Doesn't mean they're innocent and pure. In fact, usually it's a red flag to me where I'm why? I'm fine with people doing that as long as they're acknowledging it to be quirky, but to act like this is your identity when it's how hard it was for you to find that hat.
And we keep talking about everyone's labeling Vince the unemployed one. She literally draws people's auras for a living.
I wouldn't say
which is so fun, and I would stop on the street to get that done.
Of course, but I wouldn't say she's employed.
Yes.
She's self-employed.
She's self-employed.
In what is similar to, she's basically a person who plays guitar on the street and leaves a guitar case out for you to leave money.
Yeah.
Great. Good for her. Best city to do it in? Probably New York. We were fishy. We thought Ava was a little fishy from the start.
Yeah, and people hated us for saying that.
Yes.
Because they were she's really funny on the live feeds, and she's entertaining. That's great and awesome. But it took until she kind of showed her colors with her being we can finally get some camera time now that Rachel's gone and stuff like that, for them to be now we're turning on her or whatever. And so the incident of Keanu winning the veto a couple of weeks ago, and she was hosting and nobody clapped. In the edit of the show, there was literal silence. Nobody clapped. He was so clearly the target. Nobody wanted him to win the veto, and he did.
It was more silent than when they were actually doing the competition.
Yes. Even all the diary room things were you could hear a pin drop. It was, and everyone who's been evicted tried to be this is what happens every time. There is a silence. We're waiting for production to be tell us or whatever. When someone wins though, they usually, they clap.
They all suck up.
But it's an immediate when someone wins, the reaction is to clap.
Yes.
And then the host will say, blah, blah, blah. It was silent.
It felt on purpose.
It was so silent and bad. And also we both worked around game show stuff. There's a game show commission when there's money involved. Yep. That's why the veto and nominations, all these things feel their ceremony.
Yes.
Is because they have to say certain words and phrases to make it an official part of the game.
Yes.
Or you have to hit the button. It's when there's money involved, you have to follow rules.
It's why it's why it's kind of annoying. They'll repeat the rules again and again and again. Or beforehand, every single time, they're this is the veto meeting. This is what happens. There's legality issues there too. They can't just freewheel it. It has to be seen as fair.
So I understand the okay, pause, or if that they're all claiming or whatever.
Yes.
So clearly there was an attitude from everyone that Keanu
Everyone was oh.
It was silent. And Keanu saying, I believe you have a prompt.
Fantastic line.
Warranted.
Yes.
What pissed me off was that everyone trying to be oh, you don't see Keanu and he's obnoxious in the feeds or whatever. Objectively, he's been good person.
Yes.
All the times people have been you don't watch the feeds. I watch clips of the feeds all day.
Yeah.
I have yet to see something that makes me think, oh, maybe Keanu's different. I just think people are no, we want a reason to not like this person or whatever.
There was one moment where Riley and Kelly, who obviously I have strong feelings about in sort of a different way. Not big fans of them. Obviously, probably more than Kelly.
Yeah. That was like a different
That's
situation.
not fair to compare them. But anyway, where they said, and they had them in private saying, Keanu's never lied to me.
Yeah.
So Keanu actually never really lied to anyone. And it almost seems like kind of how Rachel, you always talked about how Rachel is from a different generation where you can just go up and confront someone.
Yeah, it's confrontational.
That all the people on the show right now are like really uncomfortable with.
Yes.
Keanu's kind of similar to that where it's like, he'll just tell you what he's thinking.
Yes.
And everyone else will kind of try to manipulate him. And he's good at reading it and being like, no, that's not how it worked.
Yeah.
So I get why people are kind of intimidated by him. I do, from episode 1, I've said he's a really big person.
Yeah.
And I actually think that there's a weird aura that comes off of big people where people are a little bit scared of
They're
them
intimidated.
without even saying it.
So with this whole thing, what really, really rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm not trying to call anyone anything, but there is this vibe that, I'm sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Please hold.
You're going to cry.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to sneeze. But he said that line, like I believe you have a prompt. Ava immediately going off on him and being like, you think you could talk to me like that just because I wear these clothes and I look like this? And I immediately was like,
what?
I clocked that as the weirdest thing. He said nothing about her appearance. No. All he said was, I believe you have a line, which may, even if was out of line, her jumping to this, like, I'm a victim thing was the biggest, like, white woman defense. I'm feeling threatened. You're bullying me. Like,
it was so weird
to me. It just felt really uncomfortable where Keanu is obviously he's a person of color. Like he is like, and there's this like weird antagonizing, like underlying like thing. Like it's gotten like, I think better in the house or whatever. Like people are fighting with him to fight with him. But I think a lot of the things were like this general theme of people calling him aggressive. And like that
very strange.
That like to me feels like,
and to be fair, he is blunt.
He's blunt,
which people take as aggressive.
And he's strong and he's big, but it was like this. People are treating him like he's like an aggressive animal, and like that to me is where I'm like,
it's very strange.
That's where I'm like, I'm uncomfortable by this attitude that people are having towards him in the house. Like what that
it feels very.
So that's really when
visually
Ava
motivated.
Yeah, like when Ava said that, I really was like, I don't like that. I don't like that she did the like, I'm a white woman victim thing where it was like, you brought up your clothes. And you dress yourself like this. You like.
And no one in the house has really called it out. Again, Trenton, Michigan this time.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I wanted to say that. Like that was just like I'm not calling her racist or anything, but I just was like, that is just like a weird attitude I really noticed. And that's like, obviously he is the person who deserves to win, and he has for majority of this season. And I'm not saying he's playing a perfect game, but like he's like, I'm just so rooting for him for like all these weird little things like that. I don't like
he is basically like Tucker of last year.
Yeah.
The only difference is, and the reason why Tucker, I think I hold in higher esteem is because Tucker was like Keanu as far as the comp piece goes.
Yes.
But also with Kelly, like Kelly in the sense where he was constantly rolling the die himself.
Yes.
Where like Kelly, we were all like, what an idiot. Why is she putting her in these dangerous situations? And Kelly got really lucky.
Yeah.
She never won a competition because she was good at it. It was always seemed like luck. Tucker would just be like, yeah, I'm going to not use the veto on myself, and I'm going to still be safe.
And I'm still going to be safe.
And I was like, that was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah. Like we are kind of seeing like a Tucker moment where it's like we're watching him win out.
Yes.
Like, and that is why I love the Blockbuster is because, and I know a lot of people don't like it just because they're like, well, we want why do you want back doors? Like, I think back doors are so boring.
Back doors are so boring. They also never fucking work.
Or when they do, it's just like, that's the only way they
get
the big players out. And it's just like, okay, like it just feels like we're putting up pawns every week. I like the, like, we have to put up targets thing. Like, it's like, you're gonna have to hit someone.
Yes. And I know social game is like a big part of it. And a lot of people consider social game the most important part of it. But I think what a lot of people attribute to social game, they're attributing wrongly. I think that like there's the physical competition stuff needs to be higher, because what happens is every single time, this is the first, like, so this year there are 2 guys remaining, right?
Yes. Vincent
Keanu. And there was Will, I guess, last week, but let's be real. Will is kind of in another, he's in the old person ball game.
Yes.
Where nobody's like, they're a physical threat. Nobody was worried about Will winning anything.
He was playing the social game of a lifetime, though.
And it wasn't even on purpose.
Yeah.
People just like Will because Will's a really great guy. And everybody's sad that he's gone. And I guarantee the producers are sad too because he was the best segments.
He was a perfect narrator.
Yes.
He was honestly the only Diary Room who seemed unscripted this year.
Yes.
Is they kind of just let him talk.
Yes.
And it was funny every time.
And the reason why, and I guarantee you this is why, is because he has a podcast and he's used to just sharing his thoughts.
Yes.
He's not uncomfortable being like, I think this, the way that Lauren has zero thoughts that she's willing to share. Or maybe she just has zero thoughts in general. Very sweet girl. Let's be real. That's what's happening.
It's crazy that she, honestly, at this point, I'm like, is she my number 2 that I'm rooting for? Like,
and the reason why you're rooting for her is because you're not rooting against her.
yeah.
That's the only reason why you're rooting for her.
Yes.
Anyway, it's going to be this way going forward for the longest time where basically it's going to be the final 6 will be a girl and 5 girls and a guy.
Uh-huh.
Because if you're worried about physical threats, guys win that.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that's not great for the show.
Yeah.
Because ultimately what you have, and I think was it 2 years ago where I'm trying to remember who it was. It was the one where with the deaf guy was named Zach.
No, it was.
What was his name?
Hold on, it's gonna come to me because I'm like, I know it's not Tyler. That's the other like surfer looking guy. Matt.
When it was Matt, and I forget.
Jag.
Matt and Jag.
Yeah.
I think that might have been the lamest season I've ever seen.
I kind of agree.
The final, they just got rid of all of the interesting people immediately. Smartly, because it was a threat.
Yeah.
And I think that Big Brother, basically, they came to that term where it's like, Jag and Matt are the final 2?
Yeah, like it just, that's why I'm like, no, I'm so pro Block. It's the backdoor thing just sucks. They get like, you want good TV more than you want.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like there's so many players this season where I was like, oh my God, I want them gone. But I was like, oh, they're kind of good TV though.
Yeah.
Like,
but so which brings us up to right now, you and I are kind of upset with Big Brother. I know I really am, basically just based off of their their release schedule.
Yeah.
It feels like we haven't had an episode in like a month.
I feel like I've not watched Big Brother in forever.
I'm kind of getting dissociated from it because we don't watch the feeds.
Yeah.
And even the people who watch the feeds are frustrated because a lot of stuff isn't being shown because they obviously hide some stuff for the episodes. The schedule has made no sense. I feel like they've botched it worse than they've ever botched it before.
With the big racial twist.
What
did they call it? Hotel
Mystere.
No, that's what they're called.
The Maze.
They're calling it the White Locust.
The White Locust.
Yeah.
The White Locust, which by the way, so we were really upset when we heard about it. Obviously, people were really upset. Like, how could they get rid of Rachel? Everyone was saying this was so unfair.
We're going to talk about that in a second. But like with the schedule thing, that happened so many days before it aired.
It was impossible to not be spoiled.
It immediately was spoiled, like for the episode watchers. And it sucks because then also the people who are feed watchers didn't see what happened. And so they also knew this huge thing happened, but they didn't get contact. And it was just this weird... Everyone got upset online. Like, should
we just jump into that?
Yeah, let's just get into that part. Okay, so
having watched the episode.
So before when I heard the news, I was like, it was a competition elimination. Like I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
And it got Rachel out. Like it was just such a it felt like such a fumble.
Yes, it did.
Because it was also it was the first week jury too. Like it was so strange.
It was so weird.
But honestly, okay, I will say the episode was really good TV.
It's, by the way, I hope CBS knows you need to do at least 1 or 2 of those every season. It's a really good game dynamic.
As upset as I am of what happened.
Everybody's saying it was unfair. The people who were saying it was unfair, it's because they were watching the feeds and people were saying it's unfair. It wasn't.
No.
Rachel absolutely dug her own hole. She brought her own demise in the fair way. Like, I'm sad she's gone. But you can't say it was unfair
because the thing is
way more fair than a double elimination.
Yeah,
or double eviction. That's unfair to me sometimes.
Yeah, I like
that's how Keanu's going to get removed. Double eviction.
I know I'm upset that that's probably what's going to happen. But it's interesting because it's like the rules of the game are you get evicted by like people vote. Like that is such a big part. So that part is what I am like fuck. Those aren't the rules of the game.
Yes,
but and because, okay, the viewers of Big Brother, we are very this is tradition. We care about OTEV, the wall comp. We care
Yes.
about tradition so much, but honestly, like just from a production side of things, they needed to change things.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only way they're going to get new viewers. Like like we have to change things.
Yes.
This, unfortunately, like it was good. If someone else had gone home, I don't think everyone would have been in this
Someone else
upset.
had gone home, everybody would be like, we have to do this every year.
Yeah.
People were such diehard fans of Rachel. And then also it was because people in the house were so connected with her. She was really the center of the game. Everybody either felt like they were allies with her or loosely
Against
connected. She was
her.
protecting
Yeah.
me. Like even her, probably the person who she was really pitted most against, Keanu, loved her.
Yeah.
Like people were really worked up about this. I think the Feeds watchers blew out the unfairness out of proportion. It's a really interesting game dynamic.
The rules were laid out.
Yes. There was real strategy.
It was both a game where you
Yes.
can win safety for yourself.
Yes.
But also it was a social strategy of how are we going to play this? Who are you aligned with? It kind
Yeah.
of did show. So it wasn't a vote, but it did kind of show who was aligned with who. And Ava picking Vince to go first
Yes.
was 100% the right move. Because
100% the right move. She called it. And I was really happy Ava, and in Ava's defense of why people hate her because she was ripping on Rachel, she clearly is not good with any sort of confrontation.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I could have told you from the fucking beginning.
Yeah.
Everything about her, she gets startled when people get in her face.
Yes.
So Keanu, I get why Keanu just in general, I've said this before a million times, I'll say it again. If you're a really big person and you go up to a really small person, they're intimidated even though they have no reason to be.
Yeah.
So Ava, who I'm guessing's parents are 5'4" each.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, there's a giant man that I never interact with.
Yeah.
Rachel does the same exact shit, but in a different way.
Yeah, with her personality.
Rachel dragged her by her hand. She probably ripped out Ava's arm.
Yeah.
She ripped her in another room. Ava's saying, I did not fucking like that.
Yeah.
I totally fucking get it.
I get that.
And she's strong-willed. She's not going to be intimidated. She's going to, so that's why she's like, I'm not fucking picking Rachel.
Yeah.
And seeing Rachel yell at Keanu.
Yeah.
The way that Rachel did, which that was always my biggest issue with Rachel. You could tell when she was being a character.
Yes.
I hated that.
I know.
When she would kind of like, you can't touch her like that. I'm like, why is your voice? Well, your accent is different right now.
Yeah.
You're clearly playing her fucking role.
No, she's playing the role, which was good TV.
Good TV.
Yeah.
But I hate when then only play the role.
Yeah.
Do one or the other.
Yeah, I agree. But like in betweeners is hard, but
The reason why, so to me, I was like, I'm trying to think of a comparison for what this game was kind of like and why I love the strategy of it, where it was, I mean, you could, dark, but it's kind of Russian roulette.
yeah.
So it's like the way Russian roulette works is you have a 1 in 6 chance of getting shot.
Uh-huh.
So if there's 6 of you and you all have to do it, you want to go first.
Yeah.
Because you have, 5 out of 6 chance of not getting shot. And that's basically how it worked with the minute went down. Rachel begged and maneuvered so that she would be the one who goes up when she lost.
Uh-huh.
And that's why it's completely fair.
Yeah.
She asked for it.
She-
She didn't get screwed.
she-
She asked for it.
Choked in a way with the game because
Yep.
that was not the round that people basically were expecting like a round later for people to perhaps be in danger
They're like 2 minutes, because everybody was finishing
really early.
2 minutes with 2 minutes to spare.
Yeah. And they were like,
She
okay.
had 3 minutes.
Yeah. And so they were like, she can do this, like whatever.
Yeah.
She choked in the competition. She like could not get it past the first part at all. And so it was
Yes.
even if she went first, she would not have.
No,
Pulled it off.
No, she would have lost first.
But there was like the fair part of it was that there were so many strategies where it was like
Yeah.
the Wills being like, I'm just going to kind of hope I don't get picked. That's the
Yes.
strategy is to
Yes.
hope you don't get picked. And like,
or hope that somebody loses before I would get picked.
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be really quiet.
That's also a strategy. Yeah. There were so many different, I don't know, but it was the Vince and Morgan of it all was really, which man, that cheat mance has been crazy. Like that's just been a whole other level. Like
Is there a
everyone's on the same page. I feel like we don't even need to get that far into it.
no, we won't. Is there a more uncomfortable player that you've ever watched?
No.
Because like, so the for me, and again, I've only been watching it for about 5 or 6 seasons. I think that the only two that kind of up there for me were the Elvis impersonator and the lesbian chef.
Yes.
Those were the two.
Yeah. Lesbian chef cop is what you call
Lesbian
her.
chef cop, former cop turned chef,
Yeah.
where they were the ones who were basically putting Taylor through hell.
Yes, they were the ones who were just bullying
They were just
her.
torturing
Just being
Taylor.
evil.
They just tortured her.
Yeah.
And so, they thought they were the good guys too. That was the best part.
Uh-huh.
And it was hard for me to watch sometimes because I like really hated them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you guys are really cruel people. And I think Vince weirdly is a different type of that where he's not cruel.
No.
He's just weak.
He's so weak.
He's
And
such a weak man.
so if you would ask me,
Pathetic man.
honestly, like week 4 or whatever,
Yeah.
like whenever the last times we were recording was, Vince was probably at the top of my totem
He
pole.
was hilarious.
Because even though he was really,
Conniving.
he was part of the game.
Yes.
Like where it was like, he stressed me out because he was promising everyone everything. He kind of was playing a Paul in that way. Like,
And in the
which
funniest
I
way.
love Paul. Paul's like one of my favorite players ever.
Yeah.
And it was like, he somehow keeps like, he was making all the wrong decisions where it was like, I was like, don't vote this person out.
Yeah.
But he somehow kept pissing people off and then would be like, I'm sorry. And they would,
would
like,
forgive him.
Like it was
Yeah.
very strange. And so I was like weirdly rooting for him. Like he was kind of my number one because of that.
Yeah.
I was like, he's so involved. He stresses me out. He's making me watch.
Peak.
As time has gone on, it's
Yeah.
just, I'm like, I want him out. Like,
I will bring it up again and again and again as Big Brother continues because people are going to forget because Vince is such a loser now. But and I'm calling him a loser because it's the him with Morgan thing is the most cringeworthy thing. As a married man,
yeah.
seeing that, I've said to Michaela, if we were both on it as a married couple, I don't know if I would be making out with you on the show.
I don't think
I think it's so uncomfortable.
we
to
wouldn't
begin
be
with.
like hugging and rubbing and like,
No, it's so uncomfortable.
it's
It's
so
like
strange.
there's cameras all over us. Like,
There's people in the house. Like,
yeah, it's just the whole thing is so weird. That's why I'm really judgmental of him there. He had though, and I want to remind people, one of the best Big Brother moments ever, which was it was the episode where he was competing for the veto or something like that, and he promised every single person that he would use the veto on them if he won.
yes.
And after the first two, he basically said, I promise both these people, I don't know what I'm doing. This is a big mistake. And they immediately cut to him telling, well, yeah, I'm definitely pulling you down if I win. And then they cut back to him in the DR being like, I don't know what I'm doing.
He's like, I can't stop promising.
I can't stop promising. And then throughout the whole episode, he just kept on promising things that contradicted his other promises.
And he was just bringing it up too. No one asked him.
Nobody asked. He would just volunteer.
Yeah.
And it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I loved that. And I liked him because of that. Because I was like, this guy's hilariously bumbling through the game.
Yes.
Now he's a fucking
Now
idiot.
it's just awful. And like I loved Keanu being like, fuck you, I'm putting you on the block. Like,
yeah. And
being
kind of
like,
really caring. He was honest. He said, I want you off the block, but I just.
you can't use the veto on her.
Yeah.
It like, I don't know. So like just, yeah.
And Keanu called him out in the way that I was like, this is why I fucking love Keanu. Vince was complaining. He's like, if I'm up there, I'm going home. And he's basically like, take yourself off.
Yeah.
Why are you complaining? Just take yourself.
Take yourself off.
There's nothing I can do. You can cry in this corner or you can take yourself the fuck off. Be a man.
Yeah.
And I like that about Keanu.
Yes.
That's one of the reasons I love him.
He's not going to be like, oh, I'm so, even though he like was very forgiving of Vince a lot. He was like, I'm done with this. Like,
Really forgiving to Vince.
Yeah.
And shouldn't be that forgiving because considering I guarantee you, I think Vince is like, I'm sending Keanu home because I'm mad at him.
I'm sure.
Meanwhile, Keanu would take a bullet for Vince.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason.
I don't know why, but I don't know. So yeah, just the Vince is very close to obviously Morgan in a romantic way, even though they're saying it's not. And he's very close to Lauren.
Yeah.
But they don't like each other, and it's because Morgan's jealous of Lauren because she first got Zach's attention, and that was a whole thing.
Can we do a quick breakdown of Morgan? Because I feel like I haven't seen anybody do this.
Yeah.
Morgan, there's a lot of people like them. Morgan can't be single.
Yeah.
That's Morgan's whole personality. Morgan, I guarantee you, she's dated 800 people. And she's not single for more than a day. The second Zach was gone, who's my next person to cuddle up with? She's a very touchy person.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like that, and it's fine.
And there's a lot of people where they're like, if I don't have like a crush, I'm bored.
Yes.
Which I kind of understand that, like, especially like a lot of people do that like at work or like, like it's like she's literally trapped in a house. I do get the mentality of like, I need a little, if I don't have a crush, nothing's motivating me.
She is the type of person you do not want your significant other to be working with.
Yes.
Because
I'm your work wife.
She has no problem with getting people to cheat. She's your work wife. She's willing to go that extra thing.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, again, doesn't mean she's a bad person, but that's who she is.
But it's inappropriate.
Put it this way, I'm giving an 80% chance if Vince goes home, all of a sudden she's obsessed with Keanu. I guarantee you, it's who she is. And that's okay. A lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
But that's who she is. I haven't seen anybody bring that up of a lot of people are like this.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's tough because I'm usually in the camp of like, well, obviously when there's like a cheating situation, it's like the guy who's the person who's in the relationship, they're the one that's in the wrong. The single person is.
Oh, better.
Oh yeah.
Just that one I just said.
Yeah.
And we're probably just using the wine anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, sorry, camera died. If I really don't feel like editing this and just putting this up, we're just, you're just going to see the production right now.
Yep.
And you want to clap? And that's how we sing things, guys.
Okay.
But normally in like cheating situations, it's like you don't blame the single person or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think it's like, no, you do need to hold a little bit of responsibility of knowing you're acting inappropriate with someone who's in a relationship.
Yes.
Like that, you don't get off scot-free. You are not the number one.
You are not the murderer, but you are accessory to the murder.
Yes.
And you knew that somebody was being murdered.
Yes. Yeah.
You do know that.
Yes.
So there is a real element to that. She clearly, a big part of the people who can't be single, the people who you don't want working with your husband, is that they are less empathetic to cheaters.
Yeah. And there's also, and I don't want to say this is the type of person she is, but there is a subsect of girl where it's like they want to go after because they want to feel like they won a little bit. And I think she felt like she lost with Zach. Mm-hmm. And so I think she was like, okay, I need to go elsewhere. But so I don't know. So they're being inappropriate, whatever. But during the White Lotus episode, when Vince had to be like, am I choosing Lauren or Morgan? Because I don't know if Morgan will choose Lauren to go next to keep her safe.
Vince was right.
Vince
he
was
correctly said, Morgan will not choose Lauren, but I can probably convince Lauren to choose Morgan.
And he was right.
Yeah. And Lauren didn't choose Morgan though, did she?
She did.
She did.
But she wanted her to pick Kelly next.
She wanted her to pick Kelly.
Yeah. But so it was like, that was the chain of events or whatever. But
the drama in that episode was one of the best episodes of television I've ever seen.
I've never seen, the drama was crazy.
So if Rachel hadn't gone home, people would have been like, this is the best big episode of Big Brother ever.
I agree.
Yeah.
But just the way Lauren is like, it's platonic. And then she's like, you chose someone else over me. And she's like complaining to the rest of the house, being like, he's supposed to be my number one.
Yeah.
Like basically just replace it with, that's my boyfriend. He's supposed to be my boyfriend.
Can we talk about the funniest thing that's ever happened?
Well, yeah. But just why is she so, why are people going around being like, that's my number one? That's not normal.
Not normal at all.
It's very strange.
Well, she's never had a problem with that. She is weirdly honest. And that's why Rachel ended up forgiving her because she was like, yeah, I wanted to send you home.
Yeah.
And Rachel would forgive that. But so funniest moment ever, and this might be the last thing we talk about.
Sure.
Funniest thing ever was, Vince is in this like showmance with Morgan. They're flirty. They're touching. Things are going great. All of a sudden, Morgan did kind of turn toxic. She started nagging him she started being like, fine, whatever. Like
they were fighting all of a sudden. And he felt like he was like, what did I do? Like
he realized, holy shit, this is like a real relationship. That vote, that episode's vote, I love you, Kelsey.
Miss you, Kelsey.
It's like all of a sudden she reminded him of like his girlfriend or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, what am I doing?
He was like, oh my God.
It like snapped him out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we haven't seen the Zingbot. We're recording this Wednesday before the next episode even comes out or whatever. We haven't seen Zingbot. We haven't seen HOH win or whatever, even though we kind of know what happens. But I don't know. We just need to catch up with some Big Brother really quick. But I don't know. Shit's been good. We're rooting for Keanu.
I'm so rooting. In fact, the last episode that we watched where Keanu was competing for, I think, the veto or the blockbuster. I couldn't look at it.
Yeah.
I stood in a corner. I said, who won?
I know.
I couldn't watch. I was rooting for him so hard. I was so nervous.
I've never rooted for someone harder than I am rooting for Keanu. So I don't know. We just want to do a quick catch up. Sorry, we have been behind. We're going to keep watching, keeping up with this. Just make sure you're following us in feed and stuff like that. So you guys know when the next hot tub is coming out. And we're just going to post this. No edits. So
all right. Love you guys. Tell off.
Bye guys.